this is my first action cam ever. It's the DJI Osmo Action 4. Ever since I ordered this, I keep getting on Instagram and all my favorite content creators are like posting their videos using this. So far I don't regret my decision on buying it, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I just got done editing this video, everything that you just watched, and I'm back here today. It is November 10th. I can't even keep up with my days. It's November 10th, and all of the stuff you just watched was back at the end of July. So now I'm here to give y'all my final thoughts now that I have tested the action cam and all of the accessories that I just showed you guys. So let's get into it. Okay, first off, I did not order a traveling case for my action cam, so this is what I've been using. Yes, it's a dog food dish. I don't even know where I got it, but I found it in my closet the other day, and I was like, oh, this will be perfect. See, the action cam fits in it. It's a Rachel Ray Nutrish. Yeah, it's a dog food dish, but it does the job. It has kept it protected when I put it in my camera bag and stuff. I did drop it the other day and it's got a little crack in it. But anyways, this is the action cam in the little cage that it's been in. I think I've only taken it out of this thing maybe once, and that was to clean it and clean the salt water off of it after the beach. But anyways, it's held up really good. I hope you guys can see it. Okay, if you look right here at the screws, oh, camera went back to me. Okay, if you look right here at the screws, you can see that it actually has a little bit of rust forming right there. But other than that, I don't care to look at the rust. I mean, it's not that noticeable. Y'all probably can't even see it. But it's definitely worth it. This thing is the best, and I forgot to mention at first that you can also, if you don't want to film horizontal, you can also film vertical, because it has, on this cage, it has the magnet thing and the clamp part right here, and it also has it right here on the side, so you can do either. So that is that. And all of the footage that you guys just watched and the footage that I continue to take that I didn't add to this video, I keep this camera on 4K 60 frames per second, and I also keep it on the Rocksteady Plus. I mean, the Rocksteady Plus is incredible, I will say. It keeps it, like, you don't see any of the shaking. It's just perfectly stable. I kind of wish that my Canon camera that I'm filming on now had Rocksteady Plus, because I honestly think the action cam does a way better job at keeping things stable, if I do say so myself. The action cam is definitely not going to be replacing the camera that I'm filming on now, for a few reasons. So the action cam, reason number one, the most obvious reason why I'm not going to be replacing it, is because the quality is just unmatched when compared to what I'm used to on this full frame camera. Because the action cam has a much smaller sensor, the quality just isn't what I'm used to, I guess. This thing I'm filming on now has me spoiled, so I will not be replacing it for that reason, because when I film on this, you guys can see right now the background has a little bit of a blur to it, which I love for my vlogs. Well, this thing, it's like everything is in focus. There is no blur on the action cam. There's no, I guess, depth of field you would call it, and it almost has a hard time focusing on stuff that's like really close to it. Like, almost felt like when I record on it, the stuff behind me is more in focus than I am, and that is a big pet peeve of mine when I'm vlogging. So it will definitely not be replacing my camera for that. And number two, which is another huge reason for me, is because when I'm vlogging, I vlog everywhere. Like, the camera goes everywhere, all situations, lighting, stuff like that. So the action cam is mainly best quality-wise when you take it outside and there's lots of bright light. I do not like filming on the action camera when I'm indoors. The low quality is just not there. And I will say this too, this is kind of funny, speaking of the low quality in dark situations. So I bought this action cam at the end of July, as I mentioned before, and right after I bought it, I noticed a few weeks ago that DJI has come out with the Osmo Action 5, which I am very, not really upset that I bought this one when I would have rather have bought that one, but yeah, I wish I would have waited, but I didn't know that they were coming out with the 5 so soon. But anyways, the 5 supposedly has way better dark lighting shooting. I think it has a different type of mode, especially for shooting in darker situations, and that was much needed. So I'm excited to hopefully get that camera soon and try that out, because this one's definitely lacking that. But anyways, my full frame camera now is much better in those dark light situations because I have that little light on the top, and I mean, I could put that light on this camera, but it still is, it's just not the same, you know? It's just very, like I said, it's hard to keep stuff in focus and the quality, and yeah, okay, so next point. That was 1, the quality, 2, the low light, or 2, me not being able to film much in low light situations, and 3, I guess 3 would have to be that I like the fact that on this camera I'm filming on now, I have 2 separate SD card slots. So what I like to do is film my vlogs and film them on duplicate cards. So everything I'm filming right now will be copied onto one card and the other card beside it. So I get 2 copies in case one of my SD cards crashes. This one you only get, I need to take it out of this for this video. This is funny, it's just in its dog food dish. But anyways, this camera, it only has 1 SD card slot, so if that poor little card corrupts, there goes all of my data. But anyways, that's probably the third and only reason, or the three the 3 reasons why that camera won't be replacing my main camera for vlogging. Other than that, it is a really great camera. I like to use it for a lot of, I like to use it for a lot of car shots, I guess you would say. Like when I'm going down the road, I have this attachment that I didn't unbox because I already had it, but you can pop that up on the windshield, and then I love to put the action cam in the little screw mount right here and film the road as I'm going down the road, and to film time lapses. I have filmed a lot of time lapses, and I'm gonna put a few here while I'm talking. But anyways, the time lapses have been super cool to watch back on. The settings for the time lapse, I was gonna say I don't know what settings I use, but really the settings I use for the time lapses depends on what I'm time lapsing. For example, if I'm going down the road and I'm moving very quickly, then I'm gonna want to film more, or not film, but I'm gonna want the time lapse to take more frequent photos. But if I'm doing something like really slow that's gonna take a while, then I might put it on like one photo every 10 or so seconds, like have it a little bit longer. But something like going down the road, I like to put it on about 2 seconds. But anyways, that's that about the time lapses, and I guess the camera in general, that's my final thoughts on it. Oh, I will say too, because I was just looking at this, the camera part, and it reminded me, I bought those ND filters at the beginning of this video, and I have not even took the plastic off that box yet. I really don't think, for most situations, you're really not gonna need the ND filters. Like I said, I put an ND filter on all my camera lenses here, but because it's a variable ND filter. The ones that I got are not a variable, so whatever you put on there, you're kind of stuck with, like the darkness wise, I guess. You're kind of stuck with, so I just haven't changed it yet. I have not taken the factory, like the default cover off the camera. I have not taken it off the camera yet, and I haven't used the ND filters yet, so I would definitely say that's not a necessity. But anyways, so now we're gonna get into the accessory review. So first off, the clip here. I got the clip for the backpack here. Oh, got some of my hair in it. For the backpack here, or to put on a hat. And I will say that I like putting it on the backpack strap. It stays upright. But I've noticed if I put it on a hat, that it'll like the weight of the camera itself will like bring my whole hat bill down, and then I can't see. So if you're planning on getting this clip and putting the action cam on it on a hat, I would not recommend that, because the camera's just too heavy and it just makes your whole hat flop down. I'm going to show you guys how easy the magnetic clip to this clips onto this, because that was one of the reasons why I chose this one over the GoPro 12, is because of this magnetic mount. And this is how easy it is to put it on a clip or something like this. So you pretty much just, did you hear it snap? Here, let me try it again. See, it snapped. So yes, it's magnetic, so right now it's not coming off, but it has also, because it's magnetic, hang on. It has the magnetic part, but it has 2 little clips on the side of it, like 2 little grabber things, if that makes sense. And one of them is already in there right now, but one of them, let's see if you guys can see it. One of them, see how it's not really like level right there, so you can just push that one and it will go in the other one, and right now it's ready to go. So that's how easy the magnet is, and to take it off, you just pinch both sides, and just like that, you don't have to sit there and take it and screw it in every time. It's just super easy. Yeah, and like I said, I really like the clip. On my camera when I was filming, and you guys could see the POV shots of me, I'd had it clipped onto my lens hood, and my lens hood is right there beside me, and I'm just gonna show you guys real quick what that kind of looks like. So right here is my lens, and what I did was, when I was filming, I had the clip, you guys see it, I had the clip just on here just like that, because the lens is pretty far back there, so the clamp right now is just barely not touching the lens yet, if that makes sense. It's just off the lens. But that's how I was filming the POV shots. Of course, you could also get a hot shoe mount and put it on the camera body right there. I have not tried that yet, but I'm sure you could. this was just really nice to be able to put that right there if your lens has a hood on it that is this wide. So that is how you can do that. And that is all for the clip. Now I'm going to move on to this magnetic piece. Yes, this is a very strong magnet, as you can tell. I actually use this quite a bit, not on my action cam that much, but I use it on my main camera a lot because it's so small. I feel like I can, like I said, I can take it anywhere. I can put it on anything, but I don't have a tiny little tripod like one of those small ones. I don't have one of those yet, so I like taking this around, and if I want to put this on a table in front of me, you know, put the camera somewhere quick where I need the camera instead of just being flat with the surface to be kind of elevated, I will use this because you can undo this thing right here, and the little ball, you can put the camera just anywhere, any like angle you need it to face. So I really like using that, but other than that, I don't really put the magnet part on much because it is so hard to get off of stuff, but it is there when I need it. So that's that. Okay, the case with the batteries in it for the action cam. I love this thing. I have not had a battery die on me, or not a battery, but I haven't had all of my batteries dead to where I couldn't film anymore because of this thing, and I have also used it to charge my phone before. So very nice. Definitely recommend getting the Adventure combo, which is what this came with. And speaking of the Adventure combo, it also came with a selfie stick, which goes out pretty far. And if you're gonna get the selfie stick, I would highly recommend getting a wrist strap to go with it. So this wrist strap that I got, it came with this little triangular, it's like a split ring, I think is what it's called. The camera's not wanting to focus on it, but y'all get the point. So because the split ring is so thin, it's able to fit in that tiny crack. Can y'all see it? Fit in that tiny crack right there on the end of the selfie stick. So just make sure when you're getting a wrist guard for this, or a wristband, whatever you'd call this, make sure that you get something that has a tiny thing to attach it with, because that hole is very small on the selfie stick. But that is, like I said, I think this is an essential because when I was in the ocean and stuff filming the beach videos, I had it on my wrist the whole time like this, and if I dropped it, it wasn't going away into the abyss. I could keep it right by me the whole time. So that's that, and I think that is all of the accessories. I think we've gone over all of them, except for the little, you remember the little screws that I had in the beginning of the video where it was like a circular ring and it had a screw coming out this side and a screw coming out the bottom? Well, those I got for all the screw holes in this to put my attachments on, and I actually don't end up using them at all ever since I found out that there's already a hot shoe mount right here. I actually don't have to use those at all, but they were super cheap, so I have them if I do need them. Let's see, final thoughts before I close out this video. I thought there was something else, but hang on, give me a second to think. Oh yeah, so another thing about the action cam that I have noticed is that the microphone on this thing is so good. So I've never tried an external microphone with this. I've just used the sound straight off of the camera because it is actually very loud. Like, it picks up the sound, and when I've noticed when I go to put it in Premiere Pro to edit it, I always have to turn it down a few decibels because it's just so loud. Like, it catches everything, but it's not to the point that it's so loud that you can't understand what you're saying, because it's just like, ah, like it's not like that, but you know what I mean. It has a great microphone too, but yeah, I guess final thoughts is, if you're getting one of these to strictly vlog on like I was gonna do, I probably wouldn't recommend it for that reason, because of the reasons that I listed earlier. But what I do use the camera for now, and the reason why I will be getting another one soon, is because I like to use the camera to film myself when I'm doing stuff on this camera. So like for example, sometimes I will put this camera on a tripod and film me doing stuff on that camera, or like the POVs for example, because it's just another 4K camera to have to film you doing stuff on your other camera if you're a photographer or a filmmaker and you're wanting to like capture the behind the scenes, or like how you do stuff on your camera, but obviously you can't film it on your camera because you're on your camera. So that is great for that. That's what I use that for. Other than that, I also use it for time lapses a lot. I don't think I've ever filmed a time lapse on the camera I'm on now, so that's kind of funny. But I only use this for time lapses, and also use them for going down the road because I put it on that thing and it's super small, so a full frame camera is not on my windshield, you know, like blocking my view. This one doesn't bother me at all, can't even tell it's up there, so I will use it to get shots of me like going down the road and stuff. But that's about all I use the action cam for. But it definitely serves its purpose, and of course if you're going to the beach, I would highly recommend this over your full frame camera, because this is going to be able to handle the elements, the ocean, underwater, the sand, and plus the price difference between this is a few $100s versus a few $1,000s, so I would definitely take this for more extreme conditions that you're not comfortable taking your full frame camera in. But anyways, I am done rambling on now. This has become quite a long video, so that is my thoughts on the DJI Osmo Action 4, and I look forward to getting the Osmo Action 5 hopefully soon whenever I am ready to upgrade. So anyways, thank you guys so much for staying through this very long video. I hope that you got some useful information out of it and that you can learn a little bit from the things that I experienced. So anyways, as always, don't forget that God loves you and has a purpose for your life. Alright, I'm gonna take a breather now. Goodbye! Okay, so I'm over here next to my refrigerator, obviously. I've got my magnetic mount here, so this is gonna be my first time. I feel like I'm expecting it to like pull me into it, but okay, let's see. Oh! Okay, that's, oh wow, that's on there. That is, it's not even sliding, y'all. This is legit. Wow. Okay, I'm finally getting it to slide. I don't know how I'm gonna get this off. Oh, look, I just opened my fridge. There we go. If your handle ever falls off your fridge, just put one of these mounts on it and you're good to go. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Okay, hang on. Wow, you guys, this thing is on there. Hang on. Okay, yeah, that's not coming off. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe only use this mount for projects that that you don't want to take it off of. Looks like I'm gonna be filming all my vlogs from my refrigerator, so don't mind me. Y'all, how do you get this off? Okay, whew. I finally just got it off. I'm not doing that again. But yeah, so as you guys could tell, this is a pretty strong magnet and you should probably use it with caution. Y'all, it is a miracle that I have not been snake bit yet. Snake bitten, snake bit. I don't know the proper word for that, but it's a miracle that I haven't been that. So, yeah, because we out here. See these? The grass, the weeds. This ain't even the bad part either. Just out here walking around with my camera. Don't mind me. Comes a dude on a bicycle. He's probably been listening to me talk to the camera. He's probably thinking I'm crazy talking to myself. Just vlogging things. Don't mind me. Okay, there comes my boyfriend. I see him coming up over the ridge. Come on, honey. Send it. Send that thing. There he comes. There he comes. Come on, honey. Okay, y'all, let's get ready. Let's get ready. Any second now. Okay, here he comes, here he comes. Got him! Oh wait, I gotta wait for his friend. Okay, here we go, here we go. Let's see if this is Joe. Okay, it's Joe, it's Joe. Let's go. Got him! Okay, now we're gonna wait for Rhett. I'm gonna check the pictures while I wait. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's crisp. Oh yes. He's gonna love that. I hope. Okay, I almost missed Rhett because I was just looking at the pictures that I took earlier. But we got it. Maybe. Hang on. Yes, we got it, old son. Man, this camera, she eats. She eats and she leaves behind no crumbs, y'all. No crumbs.